Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Heal from the Heart. My name is Lee. I am an energy practitioner, a spiritual coach, intuitive guide, and oh gosh, a psychic medium. Anyways, I was called to do a video a few days ago, but I didn't have time, so I wanted to do it today since we're back after Labor Day weekend in the United States. It's a thing. People are off and families, travel. So anyways, that was an experience, but anyways, I'm here. So I was called to talk about the 3D and 5D timeline split, or just experience. I just finished recording a collective tarot card message, and I think it really backed up what I was feeling. So if you are on the awakened path and you are doing energy work on yourself, you're healing traumas, breaking traumas, patterns. I know, I believe psychology or psychiatrists, they know about the inner work that we do, especially like healing patterns and all that stuff. It's still part of spirituality, right? And so the 3D and 5D, it's apparent, the split, I've heard that it's kind of like putty, right? The 3D and 5D worlds, the new world, it's stretching, right? And we're still in that limbo where we could still be in 5D, the higher vibrational world, which looks like whatever makes you happy, right? We are all living in our own timelines, if that makes sense. Spirituality isn't that difficult to understand because you're living it, right? And so when you are in a high vibing state where you're happy, you're joyful, you're filled with love or compassion, you're enjoying life, being present, that you're in the 5D, okay? And then when you're not feeling well, you're feeling down, depressed, doubts come in, and you're feeling sad, that's 3D, right? And you feel victimized. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going through it up and down. And I feel like it's because we're still in that putty phase. That is why we still float up and down in between it. So what I've been telling my friends and in the spiritual world, right, in the spiritual community, and the people that I'm in contact with, to raise your vibration. Like, just observe and see what's happening. And remember, don't fall into victim mentality. We are so used to it because we live in a society that tells us we need to look outside for validation, and we have to have other people validate us and tell us that we're amazing. But when ultimately we have to tell it ourselves, right? And that we need to hold ourselves first before others can really hold us, and we actually feel the love and the being held by other people, if that makes sense. If we can't hold ourselves, how can we expect other people to hold us, right? But anyways, so whenever you dip into that low vibration, I keep telling my friends, raise your vibration, do things that you enjoy, or rest. That's the divine feminine, right? Is to rest and just do nothing. Do nothing. And it's okay if the house is a mess. I mean, look at this. My kids were making a tent, or just, creation, So, I mean, it is what it is. And it's okay. Life isn't perfect. It's not supposed to be. Life, if you look at nature, nothing is perfect. Everything is just as it should be, and society has made us think that everything must be in order, perfect order, to be happy, to be fulfilled. No, you don't. For you to be happy and fulfilled is making sure that your inner temple is taken care of first. And I know that a lot of wounded feminines struggle with this, who deal with martyrdom, I believe that is, like overgiving, and it's a toxic feminine trait, and perfectionism. Oh yes, and I will do another video on what are the toxic feminine traits and what are the toxic masculine traits, and what can you do to overcome those traits, and to heal them, and to retrain your brain and train your body to not be so tense. I'm actually working on it still, but I'm finding some strategies that work for me, and I want to share. Anyways, so the 5D 3D split again is still, it's tacky and it's pulling. It's not completely split yet. So you have the ability to come back. I think right now, the waves, the ups and downs, it is source, it is God, it is Mother Theory, whoever you want to believe in, like source, spirit, God, the higher realms, is testing us to see if we are choosing, if we keep choosing the higher vibration, if that makes sense. Like if you dip down, how much do you want to come back up again? If that makes sense. That dip is hard. It's so hard. You just have to catch yourself. Every time you're dipping, catch yourself and try to raise your vibration. Do what your heart needs. And also, I've also learned that call on your angels, your guides, archangels. They are here to help you, or God, or spirit. Just say, I don't want to feel this anymore. For example, like breakfast time, like in the morning when the kids were in school. Well, they're now back at school, but morning times were so stressful for me, and I just didn't enjoy it. And then I told God, spirit, source, my angels, like, I don't want to feel like this anymore while I'm making breakfast. You know, I want to enjoy my time, you know, doing this. I said, I don't want to feel this anymore. And I put it in a bubble, and I gave it away. And that's what you can do too. Just give whatever you don't want to like carry anymore. Just give it to God, give it to spirit, give it to source, whoever. But to be honest, it only works for, it's not the big things, right? It's not the things that I have to overcome myself. It's the things that, you know, I've been working on, right? So like being mindful of how your energy feels, and in that moment being present. That is divinely feminine, right? Being present in the moment and knowing when your energy shifts, and when it does shift down, like you have a choice. You can feel it, of course, feel it, feel the emotions, you know, and your emotions are telling you that you need something. You know what I mean? If you're frustrated, what is it telling you? Are you speaking your truth? Are you feeling like, again, speaking your truth, not feel like you're being heard? Have you eaten? You know, have you rested enough? Do you need more alone time? Do you need to be grounded? Right? It's just asking yourself, checking in with yourself. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? And that is something that society has never taught us how to do, because they've always want us to be givers, be the savior, to always help other people, when ultimately us being most powerful is saving ourselves. And so that's the message today, is to get from 3D to 5D is learning how to save yourself. When you're in the deepest, darkest thoughts in your mind, how are you going to pull yourself out of it? And how much do you want to be out of it? We always have a choice. And right now it's a test. It's a test for all of us to see how badly do we want to be in a high vibing state, in the 5D or 6D, it doesn't matter. Like, if you want to be happy, how badly do you want to live a happy human experience? And And it's just a test. Again, it sucks. It sucks. It's like riding a bike, right? When you're little, you get on and then you fall off and you scrape your knee and you feel like you're gonna give up. But you know what? You gotta get up and up and up and try it again. Try it again. Try it again. It's like we're children again, right? As adults, we've forgotten how to have fun. And now we're relearning how to have fun as an adult, right? And to not be hard on ourselves. So anyways, I think that's a long enough message and I don't want to ramble too much. But anyways, beautiful souls, I really hope you have a beautiful day, evening, or whatever day it is. Know that you are divinely loved and protected, and know that you can always call for help whenever you need it. All right, sending you my love. Bye, everyone.